I'm not gonna do like no cheesy introduction, nothing. I'm just gonna get straight into it. I've been going back and looking at some of my other streams, and I noticed it's more entertaining when I just get straight to the point, none of that cheesy stuff or nothing. But this isn't really like a. I couldn't make this a video. I decided to do it live though, because I don't want nothing to be scripted. I want to be able to look back at this with like the intentions of this is what I was thinking at that moment. You know what I mean? But basically, bro, I've been watching like TikToks and stuff, and it's really been opening my eyes to like what I'm doing and the things I can be doing better to get to where I want to be in terms of like goal orientation and stuff. Like when you go, okay, I'm going live now, right? I'm not expecting no one to see it live because I keep all my old lives up so you can go back and watch it. So I'm going back and I'm watching my old lives. I'm looking at the fact that it's like, okay, so when you're live, it's kind of more of just like a space for you to enjoy yourself. It's not really like a place for, not yet, like anyway, not yet. It's not a place for other people yet, but I'm trying to get to that point, right? So this is also going to be short because, like I said, it could have been a video, but I'm doing it live. But it just feels so weird, like waking up and just clicking a button. Like, I'll go live and I'll just be chilling like I'm playing the game, all type of stuff. But I can't really chill how I want to because I'm live. So if someone were to come in, it'd be different versus me just in my room by myself like how it normally is. But then I started thinking, like, does it have to be like that for real? Like, I could still do what I want to do in my room even if I'm live. Well, not like, you know what I mean. But I'm saying, like, how I watch videos and stuff, like, I'm not really a streamer. I'm just a guy who's live, so people aren't going to care what I'm saying, what I'm thinking. So if they come in, it's just like oh, I'm just here for the moment type of thing. So I started noticing that, and I'm starting to think to myself, like, what can I do to improve the quality of what I'm doing right now? Not even on nothing motivational, just, this is really like a vent. Like, I'm kind of venting to myself right now. But I think that's so crazy, though. That's crazy how, like, I would put myself in a box of, like, I can only do this when I'm live versus what would I do off of live. Like, of course, nothing that's TOS. Like, I can't really stream videos or nothing like that. Certain songs I can't play. But, like, I could just, like, back before I made all my videos private, I used to stream with it already privated. So, it was literally what I'm doing now, but it was already private. So, no one could see it in the first place. So, all I would do was click the record, and then I just literally go about my day. And then whatever happened, it was on camera because I was already recording. And that's how I got 2 of my videos to go viral on TikTok. I did that, and then once they went viral, I started learning, okay, I couldn't stream at the time because my internet. So now it's to the point where it's like, okay, now I actually do have to stream, but it's live now versus it's private, and then I upload it later. So with it being live, it's like, how do you want to play it? I can't really, like, no one's gonna just, cause if you're, well, I'm not scared to admit that I'm like a nobody as of now. Like, no one really cares, which is cool. You're not supposed to. If I'm just laying on my bed, right? If I'm just laying on my bed, whatever, doing what I want to do, looking at the ceiling, feet in the chair, like, you don't care. You as a viewer do not care what I'm doing. You don't. So I can't go live and do that and expect people to watch. But that's what I would normally do. The moments that would be entertaining is video. You can't plan an entertaining moment when you're live because everything is just natural. So for people who know about that TikTok video on where I went viral on my birthday, that was all unplanned. I got the phone call. It was all genuine. And that helped into the video because it was something that was happening. Something that I couldn't control. But if I go live every day and I'm just chilling, whatever, on my phone, no one's gonna watch that. And that's what I was doing at the time. So I have to step back and look at what I'm doing and reevaluate the difference now. Like, I have to look at what's working and what isn't working to find the goal of where I want to be. And I've been taking a lot of notes too on like editing and stuff because that's a big deal that people like to oversee. You can't just skip stages. You can't just go from here to here. Like you gotta fill in the blanks too. Like if you can't do thumbnails, you gotta learn or get to a point where you can get somewhat of a click through rate, and then once you do, then you can hire a thumbnail editor or someone like that. But until then, you gotta work with what you got. I used to stream on a cardboard box. Now I have a table. I used to use a headset mic. Now I have an actual mic. So that's like technology stuff that I got better. But in terms of like the actual content creation, it's still like really bad. I'll go live for like an hour and it'll just be me doing BS. Like it has to be has to be something that people want to watch. I'm not saying you can't do what you want to do, but you have to be entertaining doing it. If I'm going live, I'm not the best Call of Duty player, okay? I'm not really that funny, okay? Like, you gotta find, like, what you can do. I don't want to say to stand out, but to just be engaging. Like, this video's are no, well, not this video, but I've been live for 6 minutes now, right? And I'd say this is probably the most semi-entertaining I've been in a while. My last like 6 lives have just been so boring. So boring. Like it's just me playing the game and I'm not even like good at the game. It's just me running around doing whatever. So until I build a community to where I can engage with people and stuff like that, it's gonna be kind of boring, really. Like there's no room to grow if you're just doing the same thing and it's not working. If it's not working, you gotta switch it up. So this is what this is. This process is me figuring out, switching it up. I'm taking a seat back and I'm really looking and analyzing like, okay, this didn't work. What can I do differently? So once I get that figured out, I feel like I'd be good. But until then, I'm gonna just keep coming up with ideas. I did order a new camera though, because I noticed this camera angle isn't really that good. Like you can't really, unless it's full screened, you can't really see my room. You can't really see me. Like if I switch it to like, if it's switched, then you can't really like see detail or nothing. So that's why I keep it full screen most of the time. Or that's when I switch my screen so often. I don't even know. I don't even got no friends to talk to about this or nothing because they don't even do content creation or nothing like that. They just be chilling. They got jobs and stuff. I'm in school. So I'm in school and doing content creation. Not to mention, the friends of mine who do it, they have like a different path. I learned not everyone is going to have the same path, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Because we learn different stuff off of different people. That's why I also learned too, when I was on TikTok, I would like go through other streamers and see what they're doing and stuff. And I kind of need to stop doing that because their rise and my rise is going to be completely different. Like if they blow up for doing this, I'm not going to blow up for doing that same thing because there's so many factors like time that you're doing it, like the area you're doing it in, your audience, what's it? Your audience, your personality, like all these different factors add into that. So I need to figure that out too. Like I like to look at what they're doing, but then figure out how I can do it my way. Cause people watch all these videos on how to become 1% or how to be top percent of it, whatever you want to do. And the people who are actually becoming that people aren't constantly asking questions about it. They're figuring it out as they go. Yeah, you can ask questions here and there, but if you just keep on asking and asking versus trying to really figure it out for yourself, because everyone is different. Jeff Bezos didn't become rich the same way Michael Phelps became rich or LeBron James. Like they all had different goals and different paths. So I'm trying to figure out how I can transition my path that way. I ain't gonna lie, it's been going pretty south so far, but it should be picking up shortly. It's mainly a confidence thing too. Like, I used to be really, really nervous to go live. Even now, I'm still a little bit nervous, but it's not really nothing to be nervous about. Like I said, it's just me venting in my room. I'm not expecting no one to be watching, so I'm just talking to a camera right now. But even then, I guess it's the possibility of people that could be watching in the future that makes it nerve-wracking or makes it nervous. Because, like, it's happening now, but in the future, people could see it. You know what I mean? Like, you go live. Like I said, I keep it up. But that's not really as bad as when you're from 0 viewers to 1 to 2 to 3, whatever it is. It switches from you talking to a camera to people listening to you talk to a camera. So now you're no longer talking to a camera, but you are. Like, I don't know. It's confusing me too. But I just need to figure this out. I need to stop just going live, playing these regular boring games. I need to just figure out something interesting. Cause I bore myself. How do you bore yourself? You know how boring you gotta be to make yourself boring? Like, if you don't like listening to yourself, you already lost. That's like, what else is there to do at that point? If you can't listen to yourself talk, you already lost. Especially me, because I'm not very conceited, but I think of myself highly. So, me thinking of myself highly, if I still don't care enough of what I'm saying, it's like, then why would someone else care enough, you know what I mean, to listen? But that's not really the main focal point of this. It's really just, it's a lot, honestly. It goes from, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I'm really just talking, but it just goes from work ethic to having the right work. You know, hard work, what's the saying? Hard work makes talent, no. Talent beats hard work beats talent, but only when talent fails to work hard. Hard work beats talent, but that's only when talent fails to work hard. Wait, am I saying that right? I think I am. But what I'm trying to say is, that's what it was. It was practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. That's what it was. Yeah. So, what I'm saying really is you can't grind like, I'm posting every day. I'm uploading. I'm streaming every day. If you're not doing it the right way, you're not grinding. You're just wasting your time. And that's what I just realized today. Why am I wasting my time? Not saying that this isn't like something I want to pursue, but I have to pursue it the right way. You know what I mean? You can't go live to 0 viewers every single day and expect to just blow up somehow. Like, you have to have different reaches. You have to have different audiences that you can engage with to build that fan base first. And then you can be consistent with that fan base to then grow it versus not having one and trying to gain it by doing something that you can only do when you have it. You feel me? Because I ain't gonna lie. I post on TikTok. I post on Twitter-ish. I don't really like Twitter. I don't even know how to use Twitter. I downloaded Twitter like this time last year, and I don't even sit on it. I have a TikTok. I said TikTok already. I have a YouTube, obviously. Instagram, I have it. I don't even text on it. And I don't really like Instagram like that. But I don't really think that's a place for me to post videos. Even if I were to, I ain't gonna lie, it's a part of that self-confidence because everybody I know is on Instagram. If I post something crazy or something stupid, everyone's gonna see it. And it's not even being embarrassed that they're gonna see it, it's the fact that, like, wow, they're seeing it. Because, I mean, it's a difference when you know people talk about you behind closed doors versus people openly talking about you. You know what I mean? Like, if you go into the store and you wear some bust-down shoes, some beat-ups, some throw-ons out the closet, and people are talking about you in the store, and you don't hear them, it's like, well, they're talking about you, but it doesn't really affect you because you don't hear it. But if someone's in the corner, like, bro, you see his shoes? But yeah, his shoes is beat down, and you hear it. Like, let's say you taking your order, right? Yeah, can I get a large fry with it? And you hear him in the background laughing. You're like, oh, okay, they talking about me. That's a whole completely different than you go to get your order and you genuinely can't hear what they saying. Because in your head, you just taking your order. You're not worried about them. But either way, it shouldn't matter. What does matter is knowing what you want to do and not letting other people dictate it. But I'm not going to sit here and cap and say that I don't let people do that. Because I definitely do. I'm not finna wear no bust down shoes like that. Like, no beat up shoes. In the analogy, of course. I have beat up shoes. But I'm saying, like, why would I post on Instagram and embarrass myself when I'm not even where I want to? See, it sounds so bad when you say it out loud because it really is. And I got to accept that. I'm letting other people dictate what I want to do, which is really bad, but I got to figure that part out. But I need to start posting on Instagram because that reaches a bigger audience and it shows that I'm active. But I don't really want to be a Reels creator. Like, I feel like that's just a way to get notoriety. So once you're noticed, then you can start to slow down on that kind of stuff because people will know how to find you. If you're a streamer, posting on Instagram isn't really going to make you a bigger streamer. It just makes people find you faster. So then once they find you and people are starting to find you, then you don't really need to post on Instagram because you're a streamer, so people are going to find you on your streaming platforms versus just going to Instagram and post just to keep doing it. Like, no, I'm not an Instagram Reels creator, if that's what you call it or whatever. So for the time being, I'm not going to post on it when I don't have to. And that's what's crazy because it's supposed to be vice versa. I'm supposed to post on it now until I get notified and then delete the videos. But my ego isn't letting me. So that's an internal problem I need to figure out first before I get to posting on there. Damn, I've been talking for 17 minutes? That's crazy. But I ain't gonna lie, I do feel a lot better. Like, this is so weird. Bro, I know people are gonna see it. This is crazy. Okay, I don't even care no more. It's not even embarrassment. You just don't understand what I'm trying to say. I'm literally talking to a camera. I'm talking to a camera. No one is in here. It's a camera, and I'm talking to the camera. If someone happens to come in, they're like, why is he talking? It's a camera. So, if you go back and watch it, yeah, that makes sense. But for now, it's weird. It's just weird, bro. It's weird to me. I'm venting to no one, yet everyone at the same time. Because anyone can watch this. But right now, no one is. So, I don't know. But I keep getting sidetracked. I don't know. I had to say this a lot because also my friends, bro. I said some of them was doing it. I said some of them want to get into it. Some of them ain't really doing it yet. But the weirdest thing is having friends who, when people know you or think they know you, they input seems to be a little more direct, like a little more focused, right? If I talk to my dad about something versus my friend, my dad and friend are going to have two different inputs on the situation since they know me differently, right? So when you talk to people who don't know you, who would be like, or don't know you as good, let me say that, don't know you as well, like a community or people on your TikTok, Instagram, whatever, people who know you for what you create, you can get a little less biased answers to what you need or to what you're seeking. And they're going to be more direct with you. Like if I tell my dad, well, I'm going through this and that, whatever, he's going to say his answer on what he thinks as a parent, not as a, this is what you need to, you know what I mean? So that's another thing to keep in mind. Because I like to ask questions and I'm always trying to figure out the next step. But no one around me, I feel like, can give me the answer I need to hear versus what they think I should hear or what makes them feel good to tell me. Like some people are like, oh yeah, you gotta keep going. Yeah. No one's gonna say, hey bro, if streaming just might not be for you. No one's gonna say that. They're gonna be like, you just gotta keep staying consistent, bro. You gotta keep. If it's not for me and you don't think it's for me, tell me that. You know what I mean? Of course I'm still do it because I'm hard headed, but at least your input is giving me feedback. Okay, he says he doesn't think it's for me. Why does he think it's not for me? Let me figure out why it isn't for me. Versus, oh, he tripping. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna make it. I don't think like that. I'm open minded with it. So, if you tell me something and you genuinely think it's helpful information, I'm gonna take it in. So that's another thing I like to do. In terms of like, just understanding my position, you know. But it gets crazy at sometimes. Like when you, like you, I got a friend who does YouTube, right? I genuinely believe that he's gonna make it because his, not even that he's dedicated. You know, people that say he's dedicated, motivated, consistent. Blah, blah, blah. None of that matters. Well, it does matter, but I'm saying in the sense of, I'm not saying he'll make it strictly off of that. I'm saying he'll make it because he's genuinely entertaining. He's genuinely funny. And I think that he has a spotlight in this content creation world. Like, anyone can go to the NBA, but not everyone is going to. Yeah, I can go in the gym and work on my handles, my crossovers, whatever. But that doesn't guarantee a spot in the NBA for me just because I'm working hard. I worked so hard in middle school to make the high school basketball team because I got cut 8th grade. That's my first year I ever tried out. Mind you, I never picked up a basketball seriously till like 8th grade. In my first year playing, I've surpassed people who've been playing for years. I'm talking about kids who've been playing since elementary, kids who've been playing since they was like babies. I'm beating them in a year of playing because I really, really, really wanted it. And I'm working. Once you get to high school, the skill level changes. So even though I beat people who've been practicing when they were little in middle school, there's been people who've been practicing since they was kids in high school. So now it's a whole nother ball game. Freshman year, got cut. Sophomore year, got cut. Junior year, tried out and got cut. I changed schools in a whole nother state, tried out again. And here's the craziest part, right? My whole high school basketball career, even in middle school when I tried out, I would be so nervous. Literally, my hands would be shaking. I have to go to the bathroom every break, like literally just shaking, just dumb nervous. That one year I made it, I did not care at all what happened on the court. I went out there and I was just having fun. I'm coming down, I'm hitting people with hezzy pull-ups. I'm coming down, tween, cross to the rim, and one, like, I was unguardable because I didn't care. So when you care too much, you start to be in your, well, for me, I start to be in my head a lot because I'm caring too much. Once I learned to not care, bro, it was so easy. It was literally so easy. It was the easiest thing ever because you're playing to have fun. And I feel like if I have that same mindset in streaming, it'll be the same thing. If I don't care about views or numbers or none of that, and I genuinely enjoy it, I don't lose anything. I don't have to be a successful streamer in the world's perspective as long as I'm satisfied with what I'm doing. You know? I got a few people come in every now and then. They know who they is and they my guys for that. Like, they real cool people. Like, I feel like they some cool people. And it's not even to be on, like, oh, he's famous or nothing, but of course I'm not famous, y'all know that. But it's just, like, it's fun to just be doing what I'm doing and then be, oh, that's what's up, that's my guy. You know? That's how I look at streaming. It's like an extension of who you can meet and how you can meet people. Like, once I get a community, I'm going to reach out to that community. I'm not going to just have a community and not say, like, I'm going to be making community posts or talking to people like, how's their day been going, all types of, like, these are actual people. Like, I think people forget that these are actual people. So I'm not going to neglect the community if I have one. I reply to every single comment I get on my YouTube, my TikTok, my Instagram reel. I'm not Instagram. My YouTube shorts. I reply to every single comment. Even when I was getting hated on, I used to play Fortnite. Like, no one, like, you, everyone here, oh, he's sweaty Fortnite, whatever. I used to get hated on so bad when I posted Fortnite content. Like, so bad. Like, I could post a triple edit and, you're on the game 24/7. Like, bro, I literally did a triple edit. You can't do a triple edit? So I don't play Fortnite no more because it's like, and it's so much deeper than Fortnite. It's any game now. It's like Call of Duty. It's whatever game you want to name. Everyone is just super good at gaming, and I don't understand why. I think people are trying to become streamers off of it, but I don't think no one really values skill anymore in terms of streaming. I think it comes down into the personality and what you can offer that person as for entertainment. You know, like the NBA is entertaining because they're good, but you still will go to a high school game. You still will go to a kid. I ain't going to no kids game. I ain't going to no kids game. But you see, it's like you go to other games that aren't the best of the best because it's entertaining in some form. You know. So you go to the NBA because you like seeing people get dunked on. You go to a high school game because it might be lit. Your friend's gonna be there, whatever, and it's entertaining to be in that environment. It's entertaining for two different reasons, but you still go to both of them. So I'm not trying to blow up off of being the best gamer ever. I'm not good at Call of Duty. I'm mediocre at Fortnite. But I'm not trying to blow up being a gamer. I'm trying to blow up being a streamer for what I can offer people in terms of my personality. You know? I've been talking for 26 minutes. Crazy. To a camera. Let's never forget that. To a camera. I don't even feel like I'm live anymore. I'm really just talking now at this point. At this point, I forgot it was recording, honestly. I just been off the mental with it. This is really inspiring in a way for me. Open my eyes to the light. I was in the dark. This is... Oh, bro, I needed this. I needed this talk. If this is even considered a talk. I should be a therapist. You know, I might start doing this like once a week, low key. Just chill, take a time to breathe, and just talk to myself. It's low key. It's what's the word? It gives me. It gives me I don't know, comfort, not comfort, but it gives me, I can't think of the word, but it's like it's like helping. It's like very relaxing to talk, but know that your message isn't being not heard. You ever talk to somebody and they not really listening to you? They're just waiting for you to stop talking so they can talk. When you talk to a camera, the camera can't talk back. It has to listen to you. You can't help but listen. You have to listen. Like, the camera has to listen to me. It can't not. So that feels good, you know, to not have people constantly trying to rebuttal you or tell you something different. When they just stop and listen, you feel heard. So that's really good. But, dang, 28 minutes. I was supposed to make this like half an hour, so I'll see if I can push out like 2 more minutes. But I think I really got majority of what I wanted to say off my chest for real. It was just more of like the content in the whole and where I'm at now, what I wanted to make. You know, it was more of like, why do this if you're not going to do it right? Why am I slacking? If you ever, I'm going to use this basketball analogy because I play basketball, or I used to play basketball. People go to this is what I never understood, right? People will be on the basketball team and love playing basketball, whatever. I want to go to the NBA, this and that. But you don't want to go to practice? I used to hear people every single day, bro, I can't stand go to practice. Why? You should love practice. I remember Kobe said something like that. You should love practice. You're getting better. You're literally sharpening your craft. Why would you not want to go to practice? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. You want to play basketball 24/7, but you don't want to go to practice. Isn't practice literally playing basketball? What's the difference? It's the same exact thing. But that's how I look at the content creation. I want to do it, so it doesn't matter. Well, no, I said that reverse. I want to do it, but I don't know. I want to do it, but there's a specific way you should do it. You don't go to practice and shoot like this, and then in the game, shoot your actual jump shot. You shoot your actual jump shot the entire time you're in practice because you're trying to get it right. You don't want to mess it up. So why would you hop on a stream and not stream the correct way, but still expect to get good level streaming quality content. You know? Why would you create a YouTube video but not know how to do a thumbnail, not know how to edit, and then post it and think it's gonna blow up? Like, that's what I was doing. I make a video, I post it. Wouldn't care about the thumbnail, wouldn't care about the title, wouldn't care about the engagement on it. Just making it and putting it there just to put it there. Like, that's gonna work. Bro, there's millions of videos on the internet. You have to have something. Even if the video, I read this on a I can't remember if it was a TikTok video, I can't remember. But it was basically saying, ugh. It's basically saying, you can have the best video ever, but if the thumbnails, I think it was Mr. Beast, you can have the best video ever, but if the thumbnails messed up, and you don't get the initial click, it was for nothing. It was for nothing, but basically, make something that's clickable. Because it can be the best video ever, and if it's not getting clicked on, then it's not going to get views, obviously. So, just presenting it looks good too. Because, okay, let's say this, right? Let's say a chef brings out a really fancy dinner, but it's all thrown on the plate all type of way. It immediately loses points just because of how it looks. But it might still taste amazing, but just because of how it looks, you're like, I might pass on that. That's the same thing with YouTube. So I'm gonna start really taking the time to study, not study, but to just really learn these skills that you need. Just because you can hire an editor or a thumbnail maker doesn't mean you shouldn't know how to do it yourself. So all these things I need to learn, I'm gonna start working on. Bro, 30 minutes, bro. Okay, yeah, maybe I've talked for too long. But I'm gonna start working on these things slowly and surely, get them better, and then within like a year or two, I'm gonna definitely be. You can't help but be better than what you are. If you're working like that, and a year or 2 years goes by, you can't help but be better. Even if you didn't want to, you're guaranteed results. You can't stay the same for a year if you're actually trying to work and craft yourself to something better. But yeah, okay, I'm finished. I'm talking too long, but I just wanted to like talk and vent and get this message out. Not really to, well, of course to anyone who wants to hear it, but mainly to myself because I have to tell myself this because I might go back later and rewatch it. So I wanted to just tell myself what I was thinking. You know? So I did that. I mean, I'm happy that I was able to do that. And if anyone was able to take out something from this, then that's also good. That makes me happy. But if not, then that's fine. It was mainly just a message in general for anyone who needed to hear it. But for majority, myself too as well, because I definitely need to hear it. So I'm going to end the stream there. Appreciate anybody for watching if they did watch. If you didn't, that's also fine. I mean, you're not obligated to. I'm a random. Literally, who am I? Why would you watch me? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you watch me? But, alright.